Hello, my name's Charlie and welcome back to the Snail-Galaxy. Today I thought I would make a video called Dear 21-Year-Old Charlie. I'm 18 years old right now, but I'm going to be 19 in 2 days, so I thought this might be a good time to make this video. I mean, really any time would be too, though. So essentially, this video is inspired by everyone else on YouTube who I've seen doing this type of video where one year they ask questions to their future self, and then when they turn that age, they make a response video, almost like a reaction video to themselves. And this one is heavily inspired by Dodie's because that's the one I most recently watched. Obviously it's completely different because I'm a completely different person, but watching that video was the ultimate push to me that made me think, oh, this is something that I want to do. So, hi, 21-year-old me. I am 18 and I'll be 19 in 2 days, and I'm in my room in my parents' house. I chose like a really plain background for this one, sorry, but I don't have any posters on the walls here like I did in my college dorm, so I guess this shows that. I'm in online classes, and everyone's in quarantine because now's the pandemic. When did you guys get out of the pandemic, so to speak? I know it's like a leveled process, so it was slowly, but how long, I guess, did it take for life to go back to normal? So right now you go to Western Washington University as a freshman, and you're almost done being a freshman. You've got like 4 more weeks. This is my face. My hair is blue. It's Arctic Fox Aquamarine, so especially as it fades it turns more to turquoise, but it is blue-green turquoise-ish, you know? And I'd like to try Neon Moon, which is Arctic Fox's bright yellow that glows under UV light. And I also want to try dyeing my hair pastel or subtle rainbow for Pride Month next month, and I've never done that before because I always didn't want to be too extra or too much, but this year I'm like completely fine with that, so I'm going to try that. What color is your hair now, and how long is it? Mine, I think I'd be getting a haircut in like 3 weeks if the world was normal right now, because I found that I'm a lot more comfortable with pretty short hair. Even though I think it would be cooler to have long hair because you could do so much more with hair dye and everything. Oh, do you still have this piece of hair? That there's always one piece that doesn't really stay one side or the other. It's kind of unclear as to where it should be. It never grows out. It's been years. Do you still have that? Also, are you actually majoring in psychology? Have you declared your major? What's your minor? Do you have more than one major or minor? Also, how's your axolotl? How's Lemon? He's in the tank by my bed right now. He should be like 4 years old by the time you're 21. Because he's about 1 year old now. Do you have any other pets? Right now you're keeping a snail named Baby, but you're probably going to let him go before you go back to college. You're not sure though. What happened with Baby? Please tell me, please let me know. Do you have like a chameleon? Do you have geckos? Do you have anything like that? I kind of assume you don't live on campus anymore, so I don't know what the rules are on pets. But next year you're living on campus again for a second year because you think it's so fun. Do you still like Cave Town? Do you still like Dodie? Do you still like Chloe Moriando? Do you still like Crazy Middles? Do you still follow along with Bertaley? Who else do I like? Do you still like Miles McKenna? Do you still like Jesse Page? There's so many people you follow, so I won't list them for you, but do you still watch all of the same people? Have you met more of the people? You've met a few people on that list at things like VidCon just for a second for a photo. Yeah, let me know. Do you have a part-time job? I hope you do. I'm worried for you if you do not. Is it YouTube? I really, really, really hope you say yes. If not, or if you have 2 jobs, is it working in a bookstore? Is it working at Hot Topic? Have you actually bought any alcohol now that it is legal for you to do so? Did you ever go to Canada with your friends? You should go to Canada with your friends. Do you feel stable and comfortable? 18-year-old you didn't. For the first, part of being 18, there was a lot of, chaos. You moved with your family again, and then you moved to college, and you had to say goodbye to yet another group of friends, but it was a little different this time, and like you were dating someone who you also had to say goodbye to, who you were no longer friends with, and it was a lot. It was very chaotic. It felt very chaotic. And then when you got to college, you were sort of a little bit on the defense, like you didn't want to be too close to people because you were still mourning the loss of the old place you lived and like all your friends and like the last life you had, if that makes sense. So you ended up a little detached, but you still had fun, and you still have gotten close to people. It just took you longer this time because you were more careful, I guess. And that was new, that was different, because you always raced to like understand everyone and be understood by everyone, but this year has been different. How is social anxiety? In senior year of high school, it was at its worst, and then in college it went away pretty much, but then there were certain things like performing and situations in which I feel like tested, like I have to prove myself essentially, where it would come back. How is it now? Does all of that seem far away now? I kind of hope it does, but I completely understand if it doesn't. I don't expect you to have dealt with everything. In fact, 18-year-old you by the end of being 18 feels that you have less social anxiety and more anxiety about not making your mark on the world and not being understood and not understanding. And it's different sort of anxieties. It's not social anxiety. And it's not as bad. It's really, really not as bad as it was in high school. How do you feel about dating? Are you in a good relationship? Or when is like the last time you went on a date or dated someone? For 18-year-old you, it's been like 4 months since you went on a date, but you're kind of fine with it. You're fine with that. Like, you want to keep dating and you love the idea of like a really nice relationship again, but you aren't throwing yourself out there all of the time. Because I remember 16-year-old you really, really wanted to feel understood and to have like that one other person who really got them. And now I feel like you've really learned to find that within your friends, basically, and within more than one just person you put everything onto, you know? And I think your idea of a relationship has changed in those past 2 years, and what has your idea of what a relationship is / means changed now as a 21-year-old? Please let me know. And also, I'm sure you remember the breakup 4 months after you turned 18. Did you ever make friends with that person again? Do you have any particular feelings that obviously aren't sharing anything private about that, about any of that? Did you guys hang out again? What happened? Also, changing tracks, if you remember, this is the time when you felt that you regained the independence you felt you had as a kid. Like in high school, there was a lot that you did for other people, and you changed a little bit for other people. It was still into someone that you liked and that you felt you were, but you changed, essentially. And people didn't even realize how much you were, like, really living, doing stuff for other people. And in that way, you took away your own independence. So you've gotten that back now. Are you still going to VidCon every year? Or have you been to Playlist Live? Have you been to San Diego Comic-Con? Have you gotten to speak on a panel at VidCon or anything? Was it the Less Than Famous panel? Was it another panel? Do you still like YouTube? I can't imagine you stopping liking YouTube. We'll see. Maybe they start donating to homophobic organizations or something, and then you can't like it anymore. But you'll find another platform, I think, nonetheless, because you like doing this, you know? Is YouTube going strong? I always have this fear that, like, I will end up having a job on YouTube or something, and then YouTube will just shut down, or like, I mean, because Vine was huge and it shut down. Who do you watch now? If there's anyone you want to mention. I watch a lot of family vlogs, but family vlogs that I feel don't really capitalize upon the children, and they don't make the children be in the video, but they're more like educational, sharing, and just a lot of recording memory. I don't know, I love things like that. Like, I love Crazy Middles. I've been watching a lot of them. Also, you love your friends so much. You love your friends so much, and you miss them, and you like daydream about being back at college and like watching movies and playing D&D and stuff, even though we're still watching movies and playing D&D together and stuff. You're in Glee Club, and you have a little friend group from there. You have friend groups from old high schools and individual friends from old high schools, and you have this big group of 30. And when I say have, I don't mean have, I mean you're a part of. You guys stay up till 6 in the morning and make soup and watch Letterkenny, and on the weekends, at college at least, you liked to walk around the town, or you liked to go to Hot Topic and Bath & Body Works and Target and just walk around with friends. And then everyone would dye their hair together and go out for crafts. There were so many things. It was a good time. What do you do on the weekends now? Do you go clubbing more? You have been clubbing. There aren't many clubs that are alcohol free though, and as an 18-year-old I can't go to ones that have alcohol, so. How's clubbing as a 21-year-old? Please tell me. Hey, I'm back on another day. It's actually the day before I turned 19. So, yeah, I realize this video has gone on for a long time already, but I have a lot to say and to ask myself, and I'm only going to make this video once until, like, age 21, so it's fine. Did social anxiety or any kind of anxiety come back with change or stress? Did anything particularly stressful happen? Anything memorable? How has every summer been? Which one is the best? And do you still think you're going to adopt children? Right now you are really, really sure that one day in the far future you will adopt children, and you thought that when you were 11 too, so you're listening to parenting podcasts already, because you're like, and they also help you to take care of yourself too. Because it's like, here's how to help kids deal with trauma, and then you listen to it and you're like, that helps me. Did you ever get top surgery, or is that happening soon, or did you change your mind? What's the update on that? I hope whatever the update is, you're happy with it. Did you ever get tattoos? You were talking to your friend like last week about getting your first tattoo. And are any of your tattoos of snails, if you have them? Let me know. I'm pretty sure if you have tattoos that a snail is involved. Did you ever go back to Scotland, and do you still have bad dreams about some of the bad times there? Your 18-year-old self has had like 3 or 4 dreams in the entire year about bad experiences in the past, about bad experiences in Scotland. So they're really thinning out, and I feel like maybe they're gone by age 21. But no shame if they're not. Do you write and share your own music? I mean, you sort of have started doing that now at 18, but tell me more. Are you writing a book instead of several short, oddly specific stories on your secret Wattpad account? Have you written anything that's like a complete thing that you can look at and open, whether you're selling it to other people or not? Do you have a book? That's not just a mental health story that's gonna go on forever and ever. Is this still the Snail-Galaxy? Is it the Safe and Happy Galaxy again? Is it Beanie Ginger? It's probably not gonna be Beanie Ginger. Is your name still the same? Are you still Charlie? What else would I be named? I've always loved the name Robin. Anyways. But that's my favorite musician, and now my D&D character, so. Yeah, have you changed your name? Do you have any new nicknames? Right now there's Char Char Binks, Charmander. Yeah, those are the main ones. What is your style like? Is it still bright and colorful and teal and yellow and spacey? I hope it is, if that's what you want. Maybe you found a really specific other aesthetic. I'm very excited to see that. Did you ever start making LGBT content on YouTube, or did you continue to not do that as much as you would like to? Because you would like to right now. And 18-year-old you, or 19-year-old you, is probably going to do a lot of stuff in Pride Month. Anyways, do you like yourself? 18-year-old you does like yourself, but is working on changing a lot of things too. But I'm not sad about the person I am right now. Just very specific things about the person I am right now, I guess. Do you have a lot of the same friends? Who are some new friends who have come into your life, or people you knew now but you know a lot better at 21? Are you going to graduate school, or like wherever? Where are you going after college? Because you've probably got like a year left now-ish. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are your plans? I hope I don't stress you out. Right now I'm not stressed about that because I'm only a freshman in college and I'm still working through that, but by the time I'm seeing this, yeah. Is there a new social media app everyone's using now? Right now everyone's using Instagram, Twitter, Sort of Snapchat, YouTube. What's new? What else has there been? And House Party as well. And Zoom. Oh boy. Zoom. When's the last time you had a Zoom call? Can you play any more instruments? Right now you can play violin, piano, and ukulele. How are your parents? And where are they staying now? Vaguely, of course. I know they sort of wanted to move. I mean, because they always do. That's why you've moved like 13 times in your life at this point. How many times have you moved now? I hope it's still like 13. Not counting like bouncing between dorm rooms and stuff. What are you really, really passionate about? Right now you've got YouTube, you've got planning imaginary things, you've got planning real things, you've got music, but not so much your own yet, maybe. You've got writing, you've got just like being close with people, like just having meaningful conversations and friendships and stuff. What are your favorite colors? Right now they're yellow and teal. I sort of switched from yellow a bit, but now it's still, yeah, it's fine. Is your sexuality the same? Right now you're pan, and I don't see that changing, but 3 years ago I thought I just liked girls, so maybe it's changed. Has your MBTI type changed, and has your Enneagram score changed? I know that can change. Right now you're a turbulent INFJ and a 4-wing 5. You're kind of jealous of 4-wing 3s because you feel like they work harder. They're more competitive and they work harder, and sometimes and that's sort of not who you are as a person, but you think it would help you to be more successful in life, in particular in regards to your like creative hobbies and stuff. A lot of the people you admire the most are 4s, 2s, and 9s, interestingly. Also, you'd better still be going to therapy regularly, no matter how well you're doing. You should be going, because I know you. And I know what you do when you have like a really happy, incredible month or so, or like 2 months, whatever. You stop going and you're like, sad? Never. Who? I do not hear. What should I not look forward to? And what should I look forward to? And do people take you seriously? And do you take yourself seriously? And do you take yourself too seriously? Right now you feel very young and very soft and calm and kind, and you feel like mentally motivated, like for school, but physically like you don't like to move around as much as you used to. Maybe that's because you don't do swim team anymore. I don't know. How do you feel now? Soft is like your preferred way of being, but it means that sometimes people talk down to you or take advantage of you, so you have to stand up for yourself, and you do now. Especially when you went to college, you really started standing up for yourself, but it's weird, and it feels weird, and you don't feel like as good of a person. Right now, I think I take some things very seriously and personally, specifically like criticism around my writing, I guess, and like a few other things, but other parts of life I'm completely comfortable joking about. Yeah. What does YouTube feel like to you now? Right now it feels very bright and fascinating and full of people and thoughts and creativity, but it also feels like you're scrambling, and you feel a bit like you aren't making your little mark on the world, I guess. Mostly you're happy with it though, and the best part is getting to make the videos themselves and having a community of people to talk with and relate to. How many videos are on your channel now? You have around 130 now? And your community, or your number of subscribers is 129. You hit 100 in March, and you have 129 now, and you're hoping that it grows a lot more. Yeah. Are you monetized? Did you ever get monetized? And when did that happen? What's your favorite song right now? For me right now, it's In My Feelings by Lana Del Rey, and also Waves by Chloe Moriando, and also Snail by Cave Town. Lastly, what else have you worked out about the world or people or your brain that you didn't work out before, or that you hadn't had worked out by the age of 18? Did you achieve any other dreams, as cheesy and vague as that might sound? And also, I wish you the best. I hope you do this again and answer at 24 or 30 or some other age, or when you hit a certain milestone of something in life, or whenever. I'm not too worried for you, but maybe I should be? Should I be? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, Future Charlie, and thank you so much to anyone else between now and age 21 who happened to tune into this. I highly encourage everyone to do this, whether you have a channel or not. I think it's fun. It's like a time capsule. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a safe and happy day, and I love you guys. Bye.